there's going to be a lot stronger defamation claims against Ryan Reynolds. So it was monstrous what she did, and she's got to pay for it.
Live birth porn.
Like, they're basically bullying him again in the lawsuit.
But boy, I mean, it's just like, it's kind of embarrassing, right?
Blake Lively, Candace Owens, a Hollywood lawsuit so intense, it's shaking the entire industry to its core. This isn't just any legal battle. This is the kind of drama that rattles the very foundations of Hollywood. It's an explosion that could change everything, sending shockwaves across the entertainment world. And trust me, this mess is only going to get worse. What started as a quiet legal dispute is now escalating into something much bigger, more dramatic, and far more complicated than anyone could have imagined.
Right away, I've always had an intuition about her, and I've always had an intuition about Taylor Swift and like the branding of the nice girl stuff. And something just didn't. I went through Justin Baldoni's Instagram, and he just seemed like a puppy.
Welcome back to Pop Flash, the one-stop shop for the juiciest celebrity scandals and the most explosive behind-the-scenes drama. If you're a fan of the crazy, chaotic side of Hollywood, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a legal firestorm that has A-list celebrities, Hollywood insiders, and even megastars like Taylor Swift caught up in the chaos. You don't want to miss this one. It's wild, it's untamed, and it's all about to explode. According to rumors, conservative commentator Candace Owens has filed a lawsuit against Blake Lively. And spoiler alert, Blake did not take this news well.
So I just kind of had her down to a prototype and said, I'm going to pump the brakes and see what happens. And then when Brian Friedman came back with the facts, they were just undeniable. You know, it was undeniable.
Sources say that Blake completely flipped out, losing it in a way that only Hollywood stars can. What's even more shocking is that it wasn't just a small meltdown. No, Blake reportedly went into full-on tantrum mode, with frustration bubbling up in private meetings. Can you even imagine how intense this must have been? One insider even said it was like a scene from a high-drama movie. But hold on a minute. Let's pause here and ask the real question. Why is Candace Owens suing Blake Lively in the first place? What could have triggered this legal disaster? It's not every day you hear about such a high-profile feud between two powerhouse personalities like these. Owens is no stranger to controversy. But what's behind this lawsuit? We're about to break it all down for you, so don't blink. You'll want to hear every detail.
Then they publish 170 pages of perfectly documented texts and emails between all the parties that basically show Blake to be the aggressor. Here's the proof.
That's the whole point of a lawsuit, is you just start with allegations, and allegations are not evidence. They're just statements of fact that help establish this is the claim that I'm bringing.
Rumors are swirling that this lawsuit is about more than just legal action. It's personal, and there's way more to it than meets the eye. Blake Lively, a beloved A-list actress, is known for keeping her cool in public. But reports suggest that this time, she completely lost her composure, and the fallout has been huge. Some even say this lawsuit could be the beginning of a full-blown Hollywood feud that no one saw coming. The question is, who's really pulling the strings behind this drama? Is it all just a misunderstanding? Or is there something darker at play here, with Candace Owens calling the shots in a power play of her own? Whatever the reason, this lawsuit has sparked a firestorm that's not likely to die down anytime soon. Hollywood is watching, the fans are watching, and you know there's going to be a lot more coming your way as this story unfolds. But here's the thing. Why Blake? Why was she targeted in this legal battle?
So I just kind of had her down to a prototype and said, I'm going to pump the brakes and see what happens. And then when Brian Friedman came back with the facts, they were just undeniable. You know, it was undeniable.
Blake has a reputation for being incredibly private and keeping her personal life out of the spotlight. So what could have caused her to be dragged into this legal mess? The more we dig into it, the more shocking the details get. People are already speculating about what might have gone down behind closed doors. And let me tell you, the theories are getting crazier by the minute. Is this lawsuit all about politics, or is there some personal vendetta behind it? The details are still sketchy, but one thing's for sure, Blake Lively's name is at the center of it all, and this legal storm is showing no signs of slowing down. The more we uncover, the more insane it gets. Stay tuned. There's much more to come, and you won't want to miss what happens next in this wild Hollywood battle. Well, here's where things get even more scandalous. Because this is so much bigger than just a lawsuit, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are now being accused of something absolutely huge. And trust me, this isn't just another case of minor Hollywood drama. This is a full-on power struggle, control games, and an all-out fight over one of the most highly anticipated films of the year. Get ready for a ride because this is about to get intense. According to rumors, Blake and Ryan allegedly set their sights on the upcoming film, It Ends With Us. And it's not what you think. They weren't just making friendly suggestions or offering creative input like any other big-name stars would. No, insiders say their involvement went way beyond that. In fact, reports are claiming that they tried to seize complete control of the project, right down to the tiniest details, the kind of control that's normally reserved for the director. Can you even believe it? A power couple like Blake and Ryan thinking they could take charge of the whole movie? It's almost like they thought they were calling the shots behind the scenes, playing puppet master with the whole production. But hold on, it gets even crazier. Because according to those close to the project, Blake and Ryan's power grab didn't just stir up some drama, it reportedly sparked a major Hollywood showdown. This wasn't just a clash of creative ideas. No, this was a battle for dominance in the heart of the industry itself. And the biggest bombshell? Hold on tight. Rumors are swirling that Blake and Ryan allegedly went so far as to push director Justin Baldoni out of his very own project. That's right, they didn't just disagree with him. They tried to force him out of the driver's seat of a film he's been passionate about. This is next-level scandal, folks. Imagine being the director, only to find the stars of the movie trying to take the wheel and drive you off the road entirely. That's a whole new level of power play. What's even more jaw-dropping is that this is all reportedly happening behind closed doors, with whispers of betrayal and manipulation running wild through Hollywood's elite circles. The tension is palpable, and no one can seem to agree on exactly how far Blake and Ryan push things. Was it just about wanting more control, or did they have a deeper agenda? Either way, this is not your average celebrity clash. Hollywood is buzzing, the industry is on edge, and the It Ends With Us production is now caught in the middle of one of the most explosive power struggles we've ever seen. Is this just a case of two A-listers trying to have a bigger say in a major film? Or is there something much darker lurking beneath the surface of this feud? One thing is certain, this drama is only heating up, and it's going to have massive consequences for everyone involved. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss the next chapter of this wild Hollywood showdown. There are so many more layers to this story that haven't even come to light yet, and when they do, the world will be watching. And it's going to be big. Think about that for a second. A power couple stepping in and allegedly forcing the original director out of his own film? If these shocking claims are true, this isn't just another case of Hollywood politics. No, this is a full-on Hollywood coup, a takeover, a battle for control that could completely shake the very foundation of the industry itself. And the fallout? Well, let's just say it's only getting messier by the second. Trust me, things are about to get way crazier. That's right. According to sources close to the production, Blake Lively allegedly marched straight into Sony Studios, armed with a list of demands that was no small thing. And let me tell you, she wasn't just asking for a few minor tweaks here and there. Oh no, she went all in. Reports claim that Blake insisted she should have full creative control over It Ends With Us. The whole thing. From the smallest details to the big picture, she reportedly wanted to call the shots on it all. Talk about playing hardball, but here's where it gets even wilder. If the studio dared to even think about pushing back or questioning her control, Blake wasn't going to let that slide. According to insiders, she made it crystal clear if she didn't get exactly what she demanded, she would walk away from the project entirely. No hesitation, no second thoughts. Imagine that. One of Hollywood's biggest stars threatening to completely pull out of a major film, sending the entire production spiraling into chaos. Think about the ripple effect of that. One of the most anticipated movies of the year, suddenly at risk of collapsing in the blink of an eye. The studio, now caught in the middle of this power play, would have to scramble to adjust and recover. And here's where it gets even more jaw-dropping. If Blake had walked, it could have delayed the entire film, costing Sony millions in lost revenue and wasted time. Can you even wrap your head around that? The stakes were massive. One woman allegedly holding an entire production hostage just to get her way. This isn't just some small Hollywood tiff, it's a next-level power grab. A star flexing her muscle, calling the shots, and showing the world just how far she's willing to go to ensure that everything falls under her control. If these reports are true, this is an unprecedented move in Hollywood, and it has the potential to change the way stars and studios interact for years to come. Now, I can hear you asking, why would Blake do this? Why would she risk it all, potentially ruining her reputation and alienating people in the industry? Well, that's the big question, and no one seems to have a clear answer just yet. Was this just a case of Blake trying to protect her vision for the film? Or was there something deeper at play? Some kind of personal agenda driving this whole situation? Whatever it was, it seems clear that Blake wasn't about to let anything stand in her way. And let's not forget the real question here. What does this power struggle mean for the future of the film? What does it say about the state of Hollywood? where one star can reportedly demand complete control of a major project and make it all about them. If these stories are true, it paints a picture of an industry where the balance of power is shifting, where the stars are no longer just performers, but full-fledged power players pulling all the strings behind the scenes. What's even more insane is the long-term fallout from this alleged move. If this power play goes public, other stars might start thinking they can do the same thing, demanding creative control, threatening to walk off set, holding entire projects hostage if things don't go their way. Hollywood could be facing a new era of power dynamics, and that could change everything. So, what does this all mean for Blake and Ryan Reynolds? Are they really willing to risk their careers over this? Are they prepared for the backlash that's sure to come if these allegations prove to be true? Hollywood is watching closely, and so are the fans. If they're successful in their power play, it could set a precedent for other celebrities to follow suit. And if they fail, well, this could all backfire in the most spectacular way imaginable. This drama is far from over, and we're only scratching the surface. Stay tuned, because as this story continues to unfold, we'll be here, bringing you all the inside details and the juiciest updates. Things are about to get even wilder, and you won't want to miss what happens next in this explosive Hollywood showdown. But hold on tight, because things are about to get even more intense. Turns out, Blake Lively isn't the only one caught up in this legal nightmare. Oh no, Ryan Reynolds is knee-deep in this mess. And from the looks of it, he's in just as much hot water. This is one Hollywood scandal you don't want to miss. According to reports, Ryan tried everything he could think of to get himself out of this lawsuit. He tried private negotiations, he pulled out all the legal tricks, every move in the playbook was on the table, but in the end, it didn't work. He failed. The court didn't let him off the hook, and now, just like Blake, he's just as entangled in the whole legal battle. The star of Deadpool is now facing the full force of this lawsuit, and things are getting messy fast. But wait, just when you thought Ryan couldn't possibly make things worse, he allegedly did something that shocked Hollywood to its core. It's one thing to be involved in a lawsuit, but what Ryan did next? This is on a whole new level. Reports claim that instead of just focusing on his legal defense, Ryan went way beyond that. He allegedly took a very public and very serious shot at director Justin Baldoni, and he did it in front of the entire world. Are you ready for this? Hold on to your seat, because Ryan allegedly called Justin Baldoni a predator in public. That's right. He went and said it, making the claim in front of everyone and causing an absolute uproar. This is the kind of bombshell that can turn Hollywood upside down. Imagine that, a Hollywood A-lister making a serious accusation like that, with the world watching every move. Can you even picture the fallout from that kind of comment? Ryan Reynolds, one of the most beloved stars in Hollywood, allegedly calling someone a predator, that's not something you just shake off. The drama that unfolded from this is something that's likely to haunt Ryan for a long time. Now, the real question is, what exactly made Ryan go that far? What could have pushed him to take such a huge risk in this legal battle? Was it desperation to save himself? A deeper personal vendetta against Justin Baldoni? Or was it something else entirely? Whatever the reason, it was clearly a bold move, and it's definitely stirring up more trouble than anyone could have expected. Hollywood insiders are buzzing with speculation, and the fans are on the edge of their seats wondering how this is all going to play out. If these claims are true, Ryan's actions could have massive consequences, not just for him, but for everyone involved in this mess. A Hollywood star making such a public, serious accusation could change everything, and the stakes have just gone through the roof. This isn't just about a lawsuit anymore. This is about reputations, careers, and Hollywood power in a way we've never seen before. Blake and Ryan are facing a battle they didn't see coming, and the aftermath of all this could be catastrophic. Hollywood is no stranger to drama, but this one is on a whole new level. The question now is, how much further are Blake and Ryan willing to go to protect themselves? How far will they take this explosive battle? And most importantly, how will this change Hollywood forever? The stakes have never been higher. And trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next in this wild, messy showdown. We'll be here bringing you every jaw-dropping update as it unfolds. Stay tuned, because this scandal is far from over, and it's only going to get wilder from here. Now, let's get real for a second. Accusations like that, they don't just disappear into thin air. In Hollywood, where reputation is everything, a bombshell claim like the one Ryan allegedly made, it's like setting off a bomb in the middle of Tinseltown. When a major star like Ryan Reynolds goes and calls someone a predator, the fallout is immediate. And trust me, it's already exploding all over the place. Industry insiders say that the second those words left Ryan's lips, the entire game changed. The Hollywood power dynamics shaken to their core. But hold on tight, because we're not even close to the most jaw-dropping part of this scandal. The real bombshell that could blow the roof off this entire situation, it's a 170-page legal document that's now making its rounds through Hollywood like wildfire. And what's inside that document? Let me just tell you, it's absolute chaos. Sources say this document is stuffed with explosive receipts, text messages, behind-the-scenes conversations, and undeniable evidence that allegedly exposes the true behavior of Blake and Ryan. That's right, this isn't just hearsay. This could be the smoking gun that confirms everything we've been hearing about their shady moves behind closed doors. Just picture what might be in there. Could it be a detailed map of secret power moves, under-the-table deals, and hidden feuds that no one knew about? What if it contains career-ending scandals that could bring both Blake and Ryan's entire Hollywood reign crashing down? This document has the potential to be a game-changer, and if it gets out into the public eye, there's no telling what kind of mayhem it could cause. But here's the biggest, most shocking question of all. If Blake and Ryan really have nothing to hide, then why are they practically scrambling to keep this document locked away? Why the panic to keep it under wraps? Is there something in there that could totally destroy their careers if it sees the light of day? Or are they just trying to keep the public from seeing how deep this mess really goes? The mystery surrounding this legal document is only adding fuel to the fire, and Hollywood is buzzing with whispers about what's actually in it. The stakes? They've never been higher. This one document could either clear their names or destroy everything they've worked for. And the clock is ticking. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started. The drama is far from over, and every twist, every turn, and every new piece of evidence has the potential to flip this entire scandal on its head. We'll be here to bring you the juiciest updates, so don't miss out on what's coming next, because this Hollywood showdown is about to reach new heights of chaos. According to sources, this lawsuit isn't just your average legal battle. It's a direct threat to Blake Lively's entire Hollywood career. For years, Blake has carefully built an image as Hollywood's golden girl, a flawless, charming, and untouchable star who could do no wrong. But now, insiders are saying that this picture-perfect reputation, it could be shattered beyond repair. Think about it. Hollywood thrives on perfect narratives. And Blake? She's spent years carefully cultivating a brand that screams elegance, power, and class. Every red carpet, every interview. She's built this carefully crafted persona of a woman who has it all together. But if these explosive allegations turn out to be true, that immaculate image of grace could come crashing down faster than you can blink. Now, just when you thought this lawsuit couldn't spiral any further, surprise, it does. Because here's the latest twist. Another mega celebrity has allegedly been dragged into the absolute chaos. And no, we're not talking about a minor player in Hollywood. This is a huge name we're talking about. According to rumors, Blake didn't even face this fight alone. She reportedly tried to use her closest and most powerful ally as leverage in this mess. And guess who that ally is? None other than Taylor Swift. Yes, you heard that right. Blake allegedly reached out to Taylor Swift to help her navigate this explosive lawsuit. What could she possibly need Taylor for? Did Blake need her help to smooth things over with the media? Or maybe she thought Taylor's influence would be the key to getting her out of this mess unscathed. Whatever the reason, if the rumors are true, this could be a game-changing move in this already wild saga. Could Taylor Swift really be caught up in all of this drama? If the two superstars are actually in cahoots, that's a power play on a whole new level. And now, the question on everyone's mind. Just how deep does this mess go? With both Blake and Taylor potentially involved, the stakes have never been higher. The story's only getting juicier, and it looks like Hollywood's biggest stars are all tangled up in a scandal they may never be able to escape. Stay tuned, because things are about to get way crazier from here. This isn't just a lawsuit, it's an all-out Hollywood war. And we're here to bring you every shocking update as it unfolds. Yes, you heard that right. According to explosive reports, during some heated discussions over the lawsuit, Blake allegedly hinted that Taylor Swift's music could be a major bargaining chip to sway the studio's decisions. Let that sink in for a second. Blake reportedly used Taylor's name as a way to strengthen her own position in this high-stakes legal battle. That's some next-level strategy, but could it backfire in a huge way? But here's where things take a major turn in this already insane saga. Because guess what? Taylor Swift was not having it. Oh no. According to sources, the moment Taylor found out her name was being dragged into this mess, she was absolutely livid. Can you imagine the shock and outrage she must have felt, knowing that her name was being used as a pawn in someone else's legal war? That's not just a bad look. It's a huge betrayal of trust, and Taylor, she was furious. And wait, it gets even more dramatic. Because insiders say that since this all went down, Taylor has been keeping her distance from Blake. That's right, the close bond we've seen between these two superstars seems to be shattering before our very eyes. Now, if these sources are correct, this could be a massive deal. Let's not forget, Blake and Taylor have been inseparable for years. These two have been spotted together at countless events. They've hyped each other up on social media like true besties, and don't even get me started on their vacations together. They were the definition of Hollywood's most solid friendship. But now, if this lawsuit has truly driven a wedge between them, that's not just a minor fallout, that's huge in a world where friendships between A-listers are rare and precious. Could this lawsuit actually destroy one of Hollywood's most famous friendships? If these claims hold any weight, then Blake's already complicated legal battle is about to get infinitely worse. Hollywood is watching, and we're all waiting to see just how far this rift between two of the biggest stars in the world will go. Stay with us, because trust me, this is far from over, and we'll be here with the latest, juiciest details as this explosive saga continues to unfold. Let's be real for a second. Taylor Swift doesn't just let anyone into her inner circle. She's built an empire, and trust me, she is incredibly protective of her brand and image. So if she's really pulling back from Blake, then that speaks volumes. It could mean that Taylor sees this entire legal drama as a huge liability, one that could potentially tarnish her reputation if she stays too close to it. Taylor has worked hard to maintain her untouchable status in Hollywood, and if she's distancing herself from Blake, you know it's for a serious reason. So here's the big question that's on everyone's mind. Is this lawsuit actually causing major cracks in Blake and Taylor's once iconic friendship? If the rumors are true, we could be witnessing the end of one of Hollywood's most famous, most envied friendships. Think about it. Blake and Taylor's bond was the epitome of Hollywood perfection, but now it's all hanging by a thread, and that could be devastating for Blake's image. If this scandal truly breaks their friendship, then that could be the final nail in the coffin for Blake's reputation. No one wants to be caught in a mess like this, especially when it involves one of Hollywood's biggest stars turning their back on you. And just when you thought this Hollywood power struggle couldn't get any more explosive, guess what? Another A-lister has allegedly been pulled into the drama, and this time, it's someone who might have unknowingly fueled Blake's alleged power grab. That's right, Scarlett Johansson is now being dragged into this whole mess. Could Scarlett's involvement have played a part in Blake's alleged maneuvering behind the scenes? Was Scarlett a pawn in Blake's attempt to seize control of the film industry? This just keeps getting crazier by the minute, and trust me, we're nowhere near the end of this scandal. Stay tuned, because if you thought this saga was wild before, you haven't seen anything yet. The twists and turns are only just getting started, and you do not want to miss the latest updates as we uncover more secrets, lies, and power plays from Hollywood's elite. According to rumors, Blake wasn't just interested in creative control over "It Ends With Us." Oh no, she was on a mission to prove something huge. Insiders are saying that Scarlett Johansson's recent directorial debut completely sent Blake into a frenzy. Why, you ask? Because Blake reportedly wanted to be the first to make the leap from actress to respected filmmaker. This wasn't just about control, it was about taking the crown and cementing her legacy in Hollywood. Sources claim that Blake saw "It Ends With Us" as her moment, the project that would show the world she was more than just a pretty face on screen. It would solidify her place in Hollywood's elite, transforming her into a powerful director and not just another leading lady. But when things didn't go according to plan, she allegedly decided to take matters into her own hands. Some insiders are even saying Blake wasn't simply passionate about the project. No, she was absolutely obsessed with making sure she had the final say on everything. Talk about taking control. And let's not forget, Hollywood is all about hierarchy. If Scarlett had beat her to the punch and secured her spot as the first of the new wave of actresses turned directors, that would have meant Blake's place at the top was suddenly at risk. For someone like Blake, who thrives on being in the elite first wave, that was reportedly a blow she couldn't handle. To be left behind, that was something Blake just couldn't accept, not when she was so close to proving she could run with the biggest names in Hollywood. This isn't just about movies, it's about status. And for Blake, if Scarlett had secured her place first, it would have shaken her entire world. This battle, it's far from over. And we're about to see how far Blake is willing to go to take control of this industry. But here's where it gets even messier. Because while Blake might have been laser focused on proving herself, it looks like her reputation has taken a massive hit. Hollywood insiders are now whispering that Blake's name is quietly being blacklisted behind the scenes. That's right, studios, producers, and even former allies are reportedly distancing themselves from her, and fast, in an industry where connections are everything. This could be career suicide. Let's be real for a moment. When the big players start stepping back from you, that's never a good sign. A scandal like this doesn't just ruin friendships, it affects the money. Hollywood's all about who you know and who's willing to back you, and right now, it seems like Blake is losing her grip on those critical relationships. And this lawsuit, it's shaping up to be a financial nightmare of epic proportions. Think about it. Studios are pulling away, the press is relentless, and all of a sudden, the projects that were once lined up for her are slipping through her fingers. This isn't just about one bad move. This is a complete fallout that could send her career into a tailspin. Blake Lively's name used to be synonymous with grace and success, but now it's becoming a cautionary tale about the dangers of crossing the line in Hollywood. This lawsuit could be the beginning of the end, and if things keep going downhill, we could be watching one of Hollywood's biggest stars fade into oblivion. Ryan Reynolds may have a massive estimated net worth of $350 to $400 million, but here's the shocking twist. The lawsuit they're facing? A staggering $650 million. That's nearly double their entire fortune. So now the big question is, if they lose, what happens next? Could one of Hollywood's most powerful couples be on the verge of a financial downfall? And if their legal funds run dry, could they be forced to make desperate moves just to stay afloat? Hollywood's watching closely, and trust me, the stakes have never been higher. Insiders are already whispering behind the scenes, raising questions about whether Blake and Ryan even have the financial firepower to see this lawsuit through. Because let's be real, legal battles like this aren't just draining, they're brutal. Every single day this drags on, the price tag gets heavier and heavier. Court fees, legal teams, private investigators, you name it. This isn't just a battle for reputation, it's a war of resources. And here's the harsh reality. Even the rich and powerful have a breaking point. What happens when the money starts running out? When Hollywood's elite realizes they might not have enough left to cover their legal costs? This could turn into more than just a public disaster. It could become a financial nightmare for Blake and Ryan. And here's where things get even more shocking. Because if their legal funds start drying up, what happens next? Could we actually witness one of Hollywood's biggest power couples struggling to pay off a lawsuit that's spiraling completely out of control? Talk about a nightmare scenario. But just when you thought this couldn't get any wilder, Justin Baldoni's legal team flips the script entirely. They're not just defending him anymore, they're launching a full-scale counterattack against Blake. According to their side of the story, Blake wasn't the innocent victim she's been portraying. Oh no, according to them, she was the aggressor all along. If they can prove that in court, it could obliterate her credibility, not just in the courtroom, but in the public eye as well. Imagine the fallout if that happens. Hollywood is built on image and perception, and if Blake's carefully crafted Golden Girl persona comes crashing down, there may be no way back for her. We're talking about a complete reputation disaster that could have long-lasting consequences for her career. With every new twist in this case, it's starting to look less like a typical legal battle and more like a full-blown Hollywood meltdown. The stakes are rising, and if Blake doesn't get ahead of this, the aftermath could be devastating. And now comes the final blow. Hollywood's biggest power players have reportedly slapped Blake with the worst label a celebrity can get, PR hazard. And let's be real, once that label sticks, it's a career death sentence. You cannot come back from this. In this industry, reputation isn't just important, it's everything. Once that reputation is tainted, it's over. No one, not even the biggest names, wants their brand associated with controversy. Once the big studios, directors, and brands start pulling away, that's the beginning of the end. Imagine it. Top executives stop answering calls, brands start quietly cutting ties, and major projects just slip through her fingers. What happens then? Could Blake be on the verge of getting blacklisted from her own industry? Talk about a career killer. Hollywood is brutal and they have no room for PR hazards. And here's the cold, brutal truth. Once Hollywood turns its back on you, getting back in the game is nearly impossible. We've seen so many fallen stars who lost their industry support, and let's be honest, most of them never made a comeback. Once you're out, you're out. Could Blake be heading straight for that same fate? Her star status fading into oblivion? So, the million-dollar question is this the downfall of Blake Lively as we know her? Or is there more to this story hiding in the shadows? What's really going on behind the scenes that we haven't seen yet? We want to hear from you. Do you think Blake's career is in serious jeopardy, or does she still have a chance to turn it around? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more shocking celebrity updates, only on Pop Flash.